Okay, guys, so this weekend was a little wild, right? There was some trans stuff going on this weekend. Hold on. There's trans in sports, okay? I'm not going to show you any, like, smoking hot trans girls today. Like I usually do to make you question your sexuality. Because I'm sure I got a couple of y'all thinking, wonder if she can tell someone. Okay. So that's what I do. I try to find like smoking hot trans girls, bring them in so dudes could go like, oh fuck, am I gay or not? You know? Most of them are gay. All right.
They are gay. It's great to be gay.
Okay, so check this out. So both finalists in the women's pro pool series are trans.
Is that what they look like?
Well, yeah, but this ain't a beauty fucking contest. Forget what they look like. They're both trans. Okay?
Isn't that the point, though? We should notice what they look like because they're trans. Like,
I mean, they look like women. If no one said anything, you wouldn't like question
Not that one.
No, you still wouldn't question. You'd just be like, okay, that's a girl. You wouldn't question that. You would question that?
Yeah.
No, you fucking wouldn't.
I'd be like, she kind of looks like this kid from my 11th grade.
And people just been losing their shit, you know, so this woman's out there going to protect women's sports.
How do you feel about that?
What?
He's a man, and we stand with lit pictures.
That's one of them there. Protect women's sports. What?
It looks like a big protest.
No, hold on. Remember now, most people ain't going to this fucking shit. It's after it happens that everybody starts talking about it, you see? And dudes were just losing their shit as to, wait a minute, this is the women's championship. However, 2 trans women are
in the finals.
Okay, well, how y'all feel about that? Should trans women play women's sports? My answer is going to be fucking no. And I can tell you why. Number one, the women, the biological, it's unfair. Like,
you want to know what shocks me that you say that? Because you think that men are so superior to women that if a woman wanted to play a man's sport, I could see you being like, try it.
Yeah. If a woman...
So a trans can play a woman can play in a man's sport, but a man can't play in a woman's sport is what you're saying.
Yeah. Because we're fucking superior physically, motherfucker.
You're not.
Really? Okay?
You know,
my knees are fucked up because they old as fuck, okay? Sometimes when I get up, it squeaks. And I think I could still go in the WNBA and fucking score a couple points.
Okay, the WNBA is not
I could be MVP, right? But my little short ass could definitely outplay half of them fucking girls, okay? Okay.
The ball's smaller though, so you know it'd probably be easier for you anyways.
Okay.
Here's my take on this.
What?
I have a few takes.
What's your? You have a few takes.
I'm a bad feminist. I'm not really a feminist, so whatever. I don't think that trans people should be allowed to play in individual sports, but in a team sport, maybe. But also, the WNBA and women's softball is so annoying. Like, if you want to be like men, then play with the baseball and play with an NBA-sized basketball. You all are the size of NBA players anyways.
What's up, Manny Luna? Manny ain't been here in 100 years. What's up, homeboy? I just saw his comment somewhere. I don't know where the hell that went. Manny Luna.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but my point is... What's up, Manny?
Hi.
It's been a while. Okay, understand what I'm saying now. Understand this.
So your answer is no.
No, okay, but let's be clear with this, okay? Let's be real. Women stand no fucking chance when you compete against biological fucking men. Now, granted, the women who play in these sports are on hormones, but I'm sure, but that's probably not enough to get most of them to the level that's equivalent to you. You see what I'm saying? Like you prepping to fucking lose. You're not gonna win.
Wow.
Imagine LeBron James transition fucking last year, and you put him on the basketball court in the WNBA. That motherfucker's MVP. He can score 100 points a fucking game.
But some of those women at WNBA players are pretty big.
They do not stand a fucking chance.
Isn't like, who's the tallest?
Women, zero chance. Now, right now, are there women at the gym who could beat me lifting? Probably. I don't really lift, you know what I mean? So there's gonna be some chick in there who could fucking smoke me. Are there women in the track meet who could outrun me? Absolutely. I'm not a fucking spread of my fat ass. You can beat me. You know what I mean? Are there women out there who could outswim me? Yes. But now let's take a fucking guy who plays this sport, you know what I mean? Because here's what happens. The dudes will be playing a particular sport, right? Coming fucking last. When they transition, they automatically at the top of the fucking women's league. That could just show you the difference between the sexes.
That happens every time.
Yeah, look here, women been getting
Because like
smoked.
maybe these men just aren't good at pool.
You mean these women aren't good at pool?
But like
The pool,
that's your option. Like you
pool's
fail
a bit
at
different,
men's
right?
sports, so you transition to be a woman to be.
No, I don't think it's simply that. Like you won't win, so you become a woman, because that's some dumb ass
That's
shit.
crazy.
I can't win the 100-meter dash, so I transition so I can fucking win. Hell no, that's a lot to go through, homeboy. You know what I mean? You know. But my point is, you do not stand a chance, women competing against men as a fucking whole. If you take the best women in any area and take the best men in any area in terms of sports, you'll fucking lose. Okay? Except the balance beam, you know, because men can't balance on shit, you know.
Do they even have the beam in men's gymnastics?
No, they have the horse.
The horse, but
Yeah.
that even scares me. I'm afraid they're gonna hit their wee wee.
Yeah.
I get nervous.
I'm just saying, like, you're not gonna be able to match us. There's no how, no way. So dudes who come in and be like, no, it's gonna be fun. No, it's not fair. It's completely fucking unfair.
I
You know?
can agree to it.
And the bigger issue for me is
And
I have like one or two friends that are trans, right? I'm gonna slide you over a little bit. I have one or two friends that are trans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of them told me, like, Sky, we fucking hate this. And I'm going like, well, wait a minute, you're trans, why you hating this? Isn't that because whenever a trans woman wins an event, the whole trans community takes heat for that, you see? Like some dudes walking down the street, you motherfuckers stay out of sports. When the girl that they say that to don't even fucking compete in these sports, you see?
You want to know the sad thing about it too is it's like it really shouldn't be about, because like trans is like to be a trans person is a very like important thing to those people. So like making it an issue on something that they like to do just seems silly.
Okay, Brittany, if trans men want to compete in men's individual sports, sure, go ahead. But if trans men should never compete in women's sport, well, no, because you got to call them trans women.
They're trans women.
Trans women, because if you're a man going to a woman, you're trans woman. And if you're a woman going to man, then you're trans man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like a trans man can't compete in men's sport. You get fucking smoked.
But even like this was an issue in like swimming too, because I think there was a
with Riley Reid and Leah Thomas.
Because also too like genetically too, men are taller than women. So if you are a trans woman, like, and you're 6'3", yeah.
So
like obviously you're physically like gonna do better than all the other women who are like what? Yeah, she's 6'1".
Yeah, so this is Leah Thomas, and she was breaking some records and shit like that, right?
Because she was born a man.
Yeah, and so she's 25. Why the fuck you need to compete? Just stop. Just stop, dude. Like, don't do it. Do something else.
She looks like a man.
I'm just saying, do something. Like, why the fuck you always take this kind of heat unnecessarily?
But also, that's what I'm saying. Also, like, look at
from the whole world who does not want you fucking competing. And don't turn this into like, well, it's like the 1960s struggle. You shut the fuck up, okay? Like blacking a choice. Well, hold on. Not that trans is necessary choice, because some of y'all feel that that's who you are. You gotta go that way. But
they flicked them the wrong.
Yeah,
path.
but dude, you don't have to play fucking sports. You know what I mean?
Or swim.
or
swim against people that are half your height. Like,
or compete against the men.
Yeah.
Go in there and smoke them, you see?
That's true. Like, if you think you can beat Michael Phelps, please do. You know?
But Leah Thomas was already a professional swimmer, you know, a Cy Millibert. She grew up in Austin, Texas, blah, blah, blah. Okay. End of high school, came a transgender family freshman year during the...
When did they transition?
In 2018 or something.
How old were they, though?
Like 18, 19, 20. I can't remember.
Did they swim in college? It looks like they swam in college.
Yeah, she swam in
Well, because obviously, because she's on the Olympics.
Yeah, she swam in college. But then, you know, you can't be going and breaking all the women's records and shit. You won't break records? Dude is a fucking dude. You know?
I guess.
Probably that'd be wild if you get some fucking teammates, right? Come here, girl, get this. Huh?
Oh my God.
Huh? I'm all fucking woman, balls deep. You You like that?
No. You're so gross.
Could you hook up with a guy who had breasts?
That had breasts? Well, I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Because I'm bisexual. How are they nice?
Okay, hold on. Okay, listen to this. The girl's trans, right?
Yeah.
Still got the body parts and equipment and shit. Hot as fuck, stacked, okay?
Yeah.
Hung like a fucking, everything's nice, right?
Honestly, what do you think happens? It's like, that'd be like my dream. A hot woman that has, like, perfect, like, oh my God, wow.
Your trans dudes can clean the fuck up, okay? God
I would be mad.
God damn. They got me thinking I might transition. What's up? I'm Tipsy Martin.
I mean, like, if you have, like, I like boobs. I don't need them. I like them. And then they have a nice dick. Like, that's for two of the best features in a partner. And they're in one person. Okay. God.
I'm just saying.
Should I put that in my Hinge profile?
Probably. I think if you look like that, dude, you can be cleaning up. Anyway, hold on, but there's another video too of this one. So this one.
Also, pool is such a lame sport. Why does it matter? Oh.
Okay, hold on. So this one is some kind of frisbee.
It's frisbee golfing.
Frisbee. That's what it's called. Frisbee golfing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's frisbee golfing.
Is this even a fucking sport?
Yeah, frothing. It's
a sport?
It's a sport, yes.
Okay, if I meet someone and they tell me they do this professionally, I can be like, are you serious?
It's fun. Have you ever done it?
No, I...
Okay, well, I'm not going to go with you, but it's fun.
Okay, cool.
You would hate it.
Okay, guys, watch this one.
You have to exercise.
Okay, because this also from this weekend. Okay, so that is a natural born woman who's throwing 5, okay? And so that's a trans woman. And she blew out the fucking wall.
So much more power on the tee shot.
So much more power on that tee shot.
Oh.
Guitar finds the green.
That's awesome. Don't tell me this person gets it. I hate it already.
Yes.
That's
Don't
wide.
go
It
to the-
banks off the wall. Natalie Ryan parked next to the basket.
Oh.
So you know this one, okay?
Short.
She's pretty.
Guitar
Yeah.
will
I'd smash her
not
before the other
extend
one.
Playoff. It will be a short tap in as she embraces her friend Katie. Natalie Ryan, your champion.
She literally looks like some of my parents' dads. She literally looks like some of my friends' parents.
So she's trans and people have been losing their shit about this too.
2022 FPO MVP Open Champion, Natalie Ryan!
I mean, the audience seemed cool with it though, right? The audience seemed cool. No one's saying anything like, no. See, this is the thing though, like, dude, I think the backlash ain't fucking worth it, but whatever.
Some of these, like pool, that's a skill. You have to have, you don't need like strength.
No, but there was a strength part in the way she threw in the beginning.
No, but for that you need strength, and frisbee golfing you need skill and strength, but with pool you don't really need. You just need skills. So I feel like if.
Nah, tomboys, they gay now, man. They gay. They're giving up. They don't do tomboys no more.
I was a tomboy.
Are they still tomboys out there?
I think tomboys is actually not a good term anymore.
Really?
I don't think it's politically correct anymore.
Well, you just call them bi now? She's a bi boy. What the fuck?
She's a bi boy. You just call him Dana. I'll take frisbee's cool too, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, my point is, look.
Thank you, Robin, I agree.
I would say this. When she won, everyone was cheering, so I guess the frisbee community cool with it, you know?
The frisbee community.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm sure it's such a big community.
But we gotta find out a way to make this work, right? Because if you're trans, I do not think you should be competing against the fucking women.
But also, like, they have, every right, like just anybody else, I guess.
Yeah, but you're not, it's not a fair competition 9 out of fucking 10 times.
Sometimes, yeah.
You know?
I know, and then it's like, then you have to like pick and choose what sports trans are allowed in, and then that's when it gets hairy. Because like I just said, like pool doesn't matter. Basketball, it matters.
Yeah. I mean, look, it is what strength comes into play during the break. Look, I mean, it's the truth. That's true. There's strength in the break, like on pool.
I know what the break is.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's just
But
hey,
that's the first shot. That's only, I don't know.
Okay, but let's be clear. If you hate Trump, this is one of the reasons why he fucking won.
I hate Trump.
You know that, right?
What?
The whole trans thing. Because, okay, what's more important, your 401k or the trans playing sports?
My 401k, I'm never going to get it.
But however, most people say that, but in everyday life, it's these little cultural, social issues that we focus on more. So, him talking about tariffs for a couple of years and describing how tariffs work, everybody, like people will listen to that going, wait, that's not how it works. But most people will focus more on the trans thing than, you know.
Well, part of the problem
is what?
Is that America isn't as educated as they think they are. Everyone's so stupid. Like, you should take an economics class over anatomy.
Look, both I got some wisdom here. The trans issue will always be a hairy issue for women because to disavow them, they have to admit men and women are inherently different. Yeah. We are the strongest.
That's true. That's because then you have to say that men are superior to women.
Yeah, strength-wise. Yes.
Okay.
Strength-wise, we are fucking superior, girls. Deal with it. Sky, I will smoke you and squat. Okay, well, I'll bring another dude who'll smoke you. Okay? Okay? But anyway, my point is.
You look like one of those dolls when you do that.